Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual, well, it wasn't a bad day today, slightly better. We had a winning nap with World War at Gorham Park, was always at the front early on and managed to make cool in the end in a nice performance. It was a good easy opportunity for that one to get off the mark, so that was a good performance there. I was slightly annoyed at Kempton with our last selection, Njaz. I thought it actually got it when it came to the finish. It went to a photo finish and in the end they gave the Queen's horse seniority, the victory in the end. And if you actually look at it, maybe you could just go with it, but I think it should have been called a dead heat in my opinion. I can't work out exactly how that horse has beaten our horse there, Njaz. So that was slightly disappointing there. So it did come second, nearly got a winner there. Our other horses that ran were Belmont, Ludlow wasn't going to win the race today, but it was quite a bit of a competitive race, so I think you can forgive that. So yeah, it wasn't a bad day today really, just a little bit frustrating that maybe we couldn't have had another winner on the card. But anyway, enough of me babbling on about what happened today. There's some good horse racing action tomorrow. The likes of Exeter resume their season, and I like Exeter. They normally have some good races there, and they've got some good races on there tomorrow as well, kicking off their card. And that's actually where we're going to be kicking off tomorrow, actually, in the first race at Exeter. We're going to the 210 with a horse called If the Caps Fits for our first selection. It's currently 5-4 on, with bookmakers at the moment. It's trained by Harry Fry and Noel Feely will be taking the ride tomorrow. This combination is normally unstoppable, normally red hot in this time of the year in the national hunt scene. I thought that it could get a good start to its hurdling career tomorrow. It makes its debut over hurdles after running some good bumpers earlier on in the year, notching up a couple of victories and then finished fourth in a really hot bumper at Aintree. It's been off since then, and I thought tomorrow it could be a really nice type. Harry Fry's had the likes of hurdlers like Air Horse 1, which was a very good hurdler for him last season. You know what I mean, Harry as well, he trains, so he's obviously a very good talented trainer when it comes to hurdlers. He's kind of an up and coming trainer really, Harry Fry. He spent a lot of time with Paul Nicholls when he was younger, and he's decided to go on his own, and he's proven to becoming a good trainer. And I thought if the cap fits tomorrow, definitely had a good chance to kick us off there with a victory. Our second selection then sees us go over to the other jumps fixture in England for the day at Worcester in the 220, and this is going to be my nap for tomorrow. It's called Lambeau Field. It's currently around 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment. Trained by Charlie Longston, and JJ Burke be taking the ride tomorrow. He's been riding a little bit recently after he was taken on by Charlie Longston. I thought this horse had some strong claims in the race tomorrow after returning from a break last time out in a race full of not bad company really, which was won by Mad Jack Metton. That horse hasn't really gone on to follow the form, but it was quite a highly rated horse, and I thought tomorrow at 4-1 had a good chance after, like I said, that good performance over course and distance, where to be honest it ran and did most of the running in the race but kind of got tired towards the end. It should come on for the run, I think. It's still also as well very young. It's only 4 years old, and also with it being 4 years old it will get an age allowance tomorrow, and it'll be getting nearly about £10-11 from the like of the favourites like the Skelton runner. It's going to be receiving nearly £9-10, considering that their handicap marks are both pretty much the same. So I thought Lambeau Field tomorrow, with a good pull in the weights and a good trainer, and also not a bad performance after a break last time, could potentially go well tomorrow and win this race and be kind of the one that the punters lay into tomorrow, and that's why I'm napping it now. So Lambeau Field 4-1 in the 220 at Worcester. We then go over to Ayr up there in Scotland for our third selection, our only flat selection tomorrow in the 230 with a horse called Be Bold. It's currently 16-1 with bookmakers at the moment, making it our long shot for tomorrow. It's trained by Rebecca Bastiaman, and conditional jockey Rowan Scott be taking the ride tomorrow using his £5 claim. Now I thought this horse really was very overpriced, considering It's dangerously handicapped. It's been rated before and won off the mark in the 70s before. Also as well, it will relish the conditions. It's been described as heavy going at the moment. Most of these horses' victories, Be Bold, has come on softer and heavy ground, so its conditions should be right up its street tomorrow. Off a mark of 58 plus the £5 claim, it's going to be pretty much in the thick of the action with the weights. It's going to be carrying a nice weight for tomorrow. Also as well, you could probably forgive its last few runs maybe, because in this company it should definitely put in a good race, considering the company it's been in recently has been rated a lot higher horses. These horses tomorrow are very weak, very exposed horses, and I'm not saying that this horse is unexposed, of course it's exposed, but with it plummeting down the handicap, I think it could be dangerously well handicapped to put in a good performance tomorrow, and I thought 16-1 was a very good each way price there, and that's why I'm making it our long shot for tomorrow. Our last selection actually sees us nearly wrapped up by mid-afternoon. Actually, we go back to Exeter again in the 3:15 with a horse called Tinted Rose, currently 9-1 with bookmakers at the moment. Again, we're going for a Charlie Longsdon runner here, and Sam Twiston Davis takes ride for. That was quite an interesting jockey booking, considering he normally rides for his dad Nigel and Paul Nichols, so I thought it was an interesting jockey booking. I thought this horse could go well after a break, after it's been off now for nearly 6 months. It seems to go well fresh, as when it won on its only reappearance, as it were, it won a bumper in pretty good style, and it has run okay in handicaps. It's still only 5 years old. It gets the mare's allowance tomorrow as well, so it's still young, still could be an up and coming horse, still pretty much, you could argue, not exposed as well. And I thought 9-1 tomorrow, you know what, wasn't a bad each way shout. So that's the last selection I'm giving you there, Tinted Rose. Anyway, if you've had a good day today, let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Lucky15 for more horse racing predictions and more daily content and debates and issues within horse racing. I also just like to thank you guys for your support. We're now on 80 subscribers, which is really good. I really appreciate that. Also as well, check us out on Twitter, Lucky15, if you don't do so already, where we give sometimes tips in a video called The Load A Lot. Might not be able to do one tomorrow because I've got an important meeting which actually might help us improve this channel later on down the line. So I'll let you know how that goes in the future. Also as well, please gamble responsibly. I don't want you losing too much money from my predictions. So yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Hopefully we can have some fun tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.